Brendan Dassey Trial Transcripts, Day 7, continuing on page 56, cross-examination of Brendan Dassey by Attorney Fallon. All right, you told him there was no fire that week, right? Yes. So you lied to him? Yes. Why did you lie to him? Because I'm just like my family. I don't like cops. You don't like cops? Why didn't you tell Detective O'Neill what you told us on direct examination today? I don't know. You didn't, if you didn't do anything wrong, sir, why didn't you tell Detective O'Neill? I don't know. Your brother's interview was done much more quickly than yours, right? Yeah. On November 6th? Yes. In fact, he was done in about 10 minutes, maybe 15, maybe? I believe so. All right. Now, in that second interview, you just told us you were interviewed twice up in Crivet's area. On the second interview, you did tell them about a fire. Yes. When did you tell them the fire happened that time? On October 31. Isn't it a fact you told them that the fire was Tuesday or Wednesday of that week and not Monday? I might have. I want to play one very brief clip from this March 1 interview, sir. I'd like you to watch it and then answer a question or two, all right? Yes. Wherein portion of March 1 videotape is played. Attorney Fallon, for the record, I started at 2:10:25 2 by Attorney Fallon. Mr. Dassey, if you didn't do anything, why did you feel sad? I don't know. Why did you apologize? I don't know. They didn't tell you to apologize? No. You apologized on your own, right? Yes. Do you always apologize for things that you didn't do? Not really. In fact, you usually apologize when you've done something wrong. Not really. You don't apologize then either? Sometimes. Okay, when do you apologize? For both? For both? Explain, please. I would say that I'm sorry for some things that I do and some I don't. Is that why you apologize in this case? Because you were sorry for what you had done to Teresa? No, because I didn't do it. Why did you apologize? I don't know. Now, all week you sat in court with your head down, and you didn't look at the tape of the interview when we played it on Friday. Why? Huh? Why did you not look at the tape? Because I didn't have to. In fact, you didn't look at the tape this morning when I played it for the fifth for almost 15 minutes, did you? No. You didn't have to, right? No. That's because you knew what was on it? Yes. Yeah. Are you ashamed of your behavior? Is that why your head was down all week? No. Are you feeling guilty? No. Then why were you hanging your head all week? I had my head down because I can hear better that way. Are you hearing me all right now? Yes. You've heard Detective Wiegert testify on, yes, Friday and Saturday morning, right? Yes. And he said he had no idea that there was a sexual assault? Yes. You were the one who brought up the fact of a sexual assault, right? Yes. You brought up the rape, right? Yes. You went over to your uncle's cabin because you knew you were going to have sex, right? No. Why did you tell the police that your Uncle Stephen was proud of you for what you had done? I don't know. Why did you say that you sexually assaulted her? I don't know. Why did you say you put your penis in her for 5 minutes? I don't know. Why did you tell the police that you thought it was blood in the garage? Because it was the color of red. Because it was the color of red? Yeah. It looked like blood? It could have been. What else would it have been? Fluid from a car? Mr. Dassey, have you ever used bleach to clean up car fluid? That was the first time I cleaned up car fluid. First time? Yes. All right. And you used gas? Yes. Used paint thinner? Yes. And you used bleach? Yes. You used the bleach? Well, Stephen put it on the ground. How did the bleach get on your pants if you were never got on the ground, sir? It could have splashed up on my pants. All the way up to your waist? That, or I could have had the sprinkles on the bottom could have been from splashing on the ground. And when I picked up the towel, the rags that we used, I could have wiped my hands on my pants. Those rags were Teresa's clothing, right? No. Why did you tell the officers her clothing were in the fire? I don't know. All right, I want to show you a picture. I'm showing you what is marked for identification, or received into evidence, excuse me, as Exhibit 204. You recognize the people in that picture? Yes. That's your Uncle Stephen on the right? Yes. And your grandma and your grandpa in the middle? Yes. And that's you on the left? Yes. And that's at the cabin in Crivets? Yes. As a matter of fact, that's the search warrant on the table, right? I can't tell. Do you remember that picture being taken? Yes. And it was taken right around the same time you were interviewed by Detective O'Neill, right? I can't recall. Well, you just said you remember when the picture was taken. When was it taken? In November something? In November? Yes. While you were up at Crivets? Yes. And before your Uncle Stephen was arrested? Yes. So it would have been taken between November 5 and, say, November 9? Yes. What were you talking about in that right around the time of that picture? I can't remember. All right. Is your Uncle Stephen proud of you? Does he have that proud look in his face? No. What are you thinking in that picture? Do you remember? No. Why did you tell the police that your Uncle Stephen was proud of you for helping him? I don't know. Why did you tell them he couldn't have done it without you on that March 1 interview? I don't know. Well, he was proud of you for helping him, wasn't he? No, he was not, because it didn't happen. I'm sorry, what didn't happen? All the stuff that I said. Well, did you clean up? Yeah. All right, you helped put things on the fire? Yes. All right, as a matter of fact, you saw this car seat, right? Yes. It's sitting right in front of you, right? Yes. You helped your uncle put that car seat on the fire? Yes. And you helped him put tires on the fire? Yes. So that part's true? Yes. And he told you when he was done, thanks for helping. I'm proud of you. I couldn't have done it without you. Not that I remember. Well, let's talk about your memory. How is it that you were able to tell the police officers, Mr. Fossbender and Mr. Wiegert, so much detail about what happened to Teresa if you weren't there? I don't know. What do you mean, sir, you don't know? I could have got it out of books. Out of books? Yeah. Tell us, what books could you have gotten that out of? I don't remember the names. Where else could you have gotten it? I don't know. All right, out of books. Let's talk about that then. Would you say you have a good memory, Mr. Dassey, or a medium one, or a poor one? Between poor and medium. All right, and would you agree with the counselor, Miss Gross, Schonenberger Gross, when she testified on Saturday morning that you do have memory problems when it comes to learning stuff at school? Yes. As a matter of fact, when you read things or when teachers tell you things, it's hard for you to remember that so you do well on your tests, right? Yes. All right. But for other things, things that you personally experience, things that you see and feel and hear and smell yourself, your memory is better for those things, right? Somewhat. And that's because you actually live through them. You experience them, right? Yeah. Well, when was it that you read these books to help you provide all that detail to these officers? Probably 3, 4 years ago. I'm sorry? 3 or 4 years ago? 3 or 4 years ago? And you just happened to remember all of that on March 1, 2006? Yes. And you just happened to be able to tell them the exact travels that your Uncle Steve took in driving Teresa Halbach's SUV from his garage to the place in the salvage yard where the vehicle was hidden? Yes. What book had that story in it, Mr. Dassey? I don't know. What book that you read ever had the story of a woman chained to a bed, raped, stabbed, and then her body thrown on a fire? What book was that, sir? I believe it was called Kiss the Girls. All right. Who wrote the book? I don't remember his name. Mr. Dassey, please look at Exhibit 208. Yeah. You drew that, correct? Yes. That's your depiction? Yes. Of Teresa Halbach chained to the bed? I don't understand. Is that your description? Is that how she looked when you saw her on the bed in Uncle Stephen's bedroom? I didn't see it. You just made that up? As I said, I got it out of that book. Yeah, the bed is a bed that you could see from the living room. You could see down the hallway and see into that bedroom? Yes. Exhibit 210, you drew this as well, sir, correct? Yes. That is your description of the burn area? Yes. That is your description of Teresa on the fire in the burn pit? Yes. You made that up? Yes. Why? I don't know. Did you make Exhibit 208 up? Yes. Why? I don't know. Exhibit 209, you drew this picture of the garage, correct? Yes. This is your picture of Teresa Halbach, right? Yes. And that's the area right here where you cleaned up, right? No. Well, you said that you cleaned up a 3-foot by 3-foot stain in the garage on direct examination, right? It was in the garage, but not right there. You told the police it was right behind the lawnmower? Yes. And that's where you cleaned up? No. Why did you tell the police this was the area of the cleanup? I don't know. Why did you put Teresa Halbach's representation, this stick person? Why did you tell them that that was Teresa's body? I don't know. Exhibit 207. You drew this picture of the knife? Yes. You said this was the knife that your Uncle Stephen used to stab Teresa Halbach? Yes. You drew that? Yes. And you described it as having a black handle? Yes. And you told the police this was the knife that you used to cut across the front of her throat? Yes. Why? I don't know. Mr. Dassey, why did you tell the police that the burn pile smelled bad? I don't know. It smelled bad because there was a body there, right? No. You saw body parts in that fire, didn't you? No. You told the officers that on February 27 you saw body parts. Yes. You told your cousin Kayla you saw body parts in December. No. No? She just made that up? Yes. Okay. Did you ever talk to Kayla about the events, the things that happened on October 31? I might have talked about Stephen to her, but not what happened on that day. What would you think you would have told her about Stephen? I don't remember what I told her. Did you tell her anything about body parts or any of the information that you told investigators Fossbender and Wiegert? No. Okay, you're sure? Yes. Absolutely sure? Yes. Okay, then tell us, how is it that you and Kayla both came up with telling and seeing body parts in the fire if you never talked about it? She could have heard it on the news. What newscast would that have been, sir? I don't know. You're seeing body parts in the fire? What newscast was that? I don't know, when I heard that they found bones. No, my question is, you told the police on February 27 you saw body parts, right? Yes. All right. Kayla is telling her counselors of a conversation she had with you. She's telling her counselors in January that she talked to you in December and that you had told her about body parts. How could that be? I don't know. How do you feel about this today, right now? That I just want to go home?